right, this is going to be the first of our mini VODs throughout the rest of the year that are going to focus on the specific body systems. So to this point in class, we've kind of been talking about human anatomy and physiology as an overview of kind of all these systems, and now we're going to kind of get into the nitty-gritty of them. The first one we're going to look at is the integumentary system, or skin, nails, and hair. Okay? The integumentary system includes the skin and the skin derivatives. Okay, so the skin is what we think of, and then the derivatives are things that are just below the skin that kind of help it function. So oil and sweat glands, our hair and nails. A lot of times, integumentary system is just referred to as the skin, and I will use the words interchangeably in the course, but keep in mind that specifically it is skin and skin derivatives. So what does it do? It protects deeper tissues from mechanical damage, so bumps and bruises, and as you know, if you hit something too hard, you end up bruising, so we'll see that indication on your skin. Chemical damage, bacterial damage, sunlight, thermal damage, so heat or cold, and desiccation, drying out. In humans, we use keratin to protect the skin from water loss. And a little example of that, everybody's favorite, flesh-eating bacteria. So you can see this person has really lost a lot of their skin due to the bacterial damage. So you can also see some more functions of the integumentary system to aid in loss or retention of body heat, which our nervous system controls. It synthesizes vitamin D, helps with the excretion of urea and uric acid, and has different sensory receptors, mainly our temperature, pressure, and pain. So kind of in this picture we're looking at these over here. Okay. This is just a nice neat little table of the previous two slides. It's in your book, so if you're looking for something to kind of study, this is what you should be looking for. It's table 4.1. Kind of looking a little bit more at the skin in depth, you can see here the skin is mainly comprised of three different areas. We have the epidermis at the top, we have the dermis, which is in the middle, and then we have the hypodermis, which is at the bottom. And you can see everything is kind of squeezed in between. The dermis is where a lot of all the glands and things reside. The epidermis is mainly that top layer of skin that we think of. Okay. So the epidermis is the outer layer. It's made of stratified squamous epithelium. It's keratinized, meaning it's hardened by keratin, and remember that helps to prevent against water loss. It's avascular, right? And most cells are keratinocytes, meaning that they secrete keratin. So that goes back to helping to prevent against water loss. And then you have the dermis, which is the dense connective tissue. Remember, going back to this picture, the dermis here is where all the glands and things reside. Okay? And then the hypodermis is at the bottom. That's not really part of the skin per se. It's just at the bottom, and it's where a lot of adipose tissue resides. Okay? The epidermis is divided into kind of these different parts here. Okay? We have the stratum corneum, the stratum granulosum, the stratum spinosum, and the stratum basale. Okay? Kind of crazy words, a lot of vocab in this chapter again. And so just kind of looking here, you can see each has kind of its own structure, okay, and function. So make sure you can differentiate between those. And finally, the subcutaneous tissue. So like I said, the hypodermis, it's kind of this bottom part here, and it's a lot of adipose tissue, and it's what anchors the skin to the other organs. Okay? It serves as the shock absorber and insulates the deeper tissues. Okay, so that's pretty much what the skin kind of looks like in terms of structure and function. We'll look into it a little bit more in depthly as we go on. Please make sure you rewind and watch any other parts that you need to, and you take notes. Please write down any questions that you guys have, and I'll see you tomorrow.